A person has never been able to dominate a sport the way he does. Even his most fierce competitors admit his superiority. The child from Rosario won everything there is in football, and no one else can achieve it now. Currently, his sole aim is making the next generation feel motivated. Actually, another Lionel Messi will never come into existence. Lionel Messi was born on June 24, 1987, in Rosario, Argentina. From the first contact with a ball, he was different. It all started for Messi at just 4 years old, when his grandmother, who had tirelessly worked to get the young boy on the team, finally broke her considerable haul in securing a place for the talented Messi on Grandoli FC. Messi had extraordinary talent, making him the favorite in the neighborhood. At 11, Newell's old boys had already become aware that he was going to be the next football superstar for Argentina. At Newell's, coaches were astounded by Messi. Remember, they had already made up their minds that he was going to be a superstar. However, one thing about Messi was problematic. He was not growing as tall as the other boys. After consulting with doctors, it was realized that he had a growth hormone deficiency that was stunting his growth and slowly affecting his general health. It was an expensive treatment that Newell's couldn't afford. It was here that Barcelona decided to intervene. They had been keeping an eye on everything regarding Messi and thought he was worth the gamble. They decided to take him to La Masia in place of covering his medical expenses. Wherein the stars were already written, Messi was born to conquer Spain from the literal first step he took here. He developed admirably over at La Masia and kept impressing at all levels. The golden path to fame was already laid out in 2003. Mixing with the first team, Messi at first put on a stop and start performance, but during practice it didn't take long for the coaches to realize that they just simply could not keep him out. He was so powerfully undeniable that his talent sparked a tug of war between Spain and Argentina about which national team he would represent. In the end, Messi chose Argentina. In 2005, he made Argentina champions of the Under-20 World Cup. He was also awarded as the best player of the tournament, having netted 6 times in 7 matches, including the final's 2 goals. Back at Barcelona, Messi kept improving. By 2006, at only 19 years old, he was already a first-team regular until he got injured and missed the Champions League final that year. But Barcelona knew that Messi was worth the wait. He was nothing less than spectacular. For Barcelona, he was like no other player any of them had ever seen. For Argentina, he appeared to be a resurrected Maradona. Messi proved that he wasn't all hype, he did it in the big games as well. In his first El Clasico at Nou Camp, he netted a hat trick against none other than Real Madrid. The world started realizing something special in this lad, that he was like anointed by the football monarchy. His first goal for Barcelona was courtesy of Ronaldinho's assist. Ronaldinho detected in Messi what nobody else seemed to have seen and told fellow sports superstar Kobe Bryant, "If you think I'm good, wait until you see this kid one day, he'll be the best in the world." Ronaldinho wasn't kidding, he'd had a brush with what the future held. In the summer of 2008, Barcelona did something hugely important. After a trophy-less season and, above all, the decline in the club's intensity, they appointed Pep Guardiola, coach of the B team, with a plan focused on one player, Lionel Messi. When Pep Guardiola became the new manager at Barcelona, he knew how special Messi really was from his previous experience of working with him. Determined to build his team around Messi, Guardiola then made the tough decision to sell Ronaldinho. Following the departure of Ronaldinho, Messi was handed the iconic number 10 jersey at the club, which resulted in one of the most incredible sequences of events that followed. In his first year under Guardiola, Messi was unstoppable. This was climaxed best by the winning goal in the Champions League final, which cemented his status as the world's best player. Messi played 51 games that season, scoring 38 goals while making 19 assists, enough to secure him his first Ballon d'Or. In 2010, Messi claimed his second Ballon d'Or. His South African campaign with Argentina, however, was disappointing. He did not score and watched his team suffer a devastating defeat at the hands of Germany 4-0 in the quarterfinals. Back to Barcelona, Messi's form improved further. In 2011, he scored 53 goals and provided 27 assists in his 55 appearances, a circuit of unimaginable numbers that handed him his third Ballon d'Or in a row. Then there was this 2011-12 season, which actually was the period Messi started sending waves across the footballing world. At just 24 years old, he was already being hailed as the greatest of all time. Messi became the first La Liga player to score 50 goals in a season, with 22 multi-goal games, including 3 hat tricks, 4 goals on 2 occasions, and even 5 goals in a single Champions League match against Bayer Leverkusen. His 50 league goals were more than those scored by 61 of the 98 teams in Europe's top 5 leagues that season. In all, Messi scored 73 goals in 60 games and added 29 assists, more than enough to earn his fourth Ballon d'Or in a row. But Messi was saving his best for the last. He ended 2012 by breaking Gerd Muller's record for the most goals in a calendar year, scoring an incredible 91 goals in a year. Unprecedented numbers. Messi was a god among footballers. Summer. 2014 saw him return with Argentina to the World Cup, where he went within an ace of realizing the ultimate dream. Messi led Argentina all the way to the final of the 2014 World Cup, scoring 4 times en route to a captaincy that was supposed to have climaxed in what would have been the crowning moment of his international career. But heartbreak came the way of Messi, as a Mario Götze goal in the dying minutes of extra time denied Messi and Argentina the crown. Back in Barcelona, Messi would link up with Luis Suarez and Neymar to form an incredibly storied MSN trio, probably the most deadly attacking force ever envisioned in football history. In their very first season together, they won another treble. The MSN trio combined for over 120 goals that season, with Messi spearheading 58 goals and 31 assists in 57 games. His numbers were otherworldly, yet he made them seem routine. At year's end, Messi claimed his 5th Ballon d'Or, becoming the first player ever to win 5 in 2016. Messi again had a chance at major international silverware in the Copa America final in Chile. Again, it ended in heartbreak, and this loss hit Messi hard. Devastated, he announced his retirement from international football before retracting his steps. At this time, too, things did not click so easily at the club level for Barcelona. In 2017, Neymar had left the team and MSN became the Messi-Suarez arrangement. By then, Cristiano Ronaldo had captured 2 more Ballon d'Ors, as had Messi, for a total of 5. In 2018, Messi again captained Argentina in the World Cup, and their ride was stopped 4-3 by France in the round of 16. No matter, Messi didn't give up. Although he turned 32 during the tournament, he was now in the peak years of his career. No longer was he that young phenom. And in the season that followed, Messi reminded all of his brilliance. He slammed home a couple of breathtaking free kicks and turned in some match-winning performances to almost single-handedly bring Barcelona glory once more. Messi came painfully close to a 3rd treble with Barcelona. They clinched the league title, although a harrowing 4-0 defeat to Liverpool in the Champions League semi-final and a loss to Valencia in the Copa del Rey final marred the season. As brilliant as Messi was, the record 6th Ballon d'Or was his at the end of it, it was starting to become rather stark that he was carrying Barcelona on his shoulders. That burden became all too apparent to the world by 2020. The 8-2 crushing defeat to Bayern Munich should have been the final straw for Messi. He wanted to go, but the club convinced him to stay, and he had a reason to do so. What Messi had wanted for so long finally came to pass with Argentina in 2021, his first major international title by leading Argentina to its first Copa America win in 28 years. Now, with this victory under his belt, Messi returned to resume renewing his contract with Barcelona, but financial problems came in the way of extending his stay, and thus ended the fantastic era of Messi at Barcelona. In the period he spent at the club, he had become Barcelona's all-time top scorer, La Liga's all-time top scorer with 474 goals and 216 assists in 520 games, and chalked up 672 goals for Barcelona across all competitions, staggering numbers. Joining PSG, Messi embarked on his next chapter in Paris. Although he wasn't able to make his time there quite as legendary as he had hoped, with Argentina, Messi did manage to win the ultimate prize, the World Cup. Not only did he lift the trophy, but he also secured the Golden Ball award for being the best player in the tournament. He added 2 more Ballon d'Ors in 2021 and 2023 to further seal the deal. The win-in 2023 was extra special. After leaving PSG, it seemed Messi was all set for a sensational return to Barcelona, but chose to shut the chapter finally on his time in Europe and head for a new journey in the United States. Most people thought Messi was there just to wind down his career and enjoy the final years when he signed for Inter Miami. Actually, Messi was there for something greater. In his debut coming on as a substitute against Cruz Azul, Messi delivered when it mattered by scoring a clutch goal in the dying moments to secure the win. He would eventually finish his debut season with 14 goals and 11 assists in a mere 15 games, proving that at his age, his brilliance remains untarnished. That summer, captained by Messi, Argentina triumphed at a 2nd consecutive Copa America. Knowing the rumors swirling that he might play in the 2026 World Cup, there's actually a possibility that Messi might pull off the ultimate double, both major international tournaments again and forever. Cement his status as the greatest of all time. I knew he was the GOAT when he hit that subscribe button to FC Freak.